Cheers again.
Cheers again.
Yeah, first barbecue of the summer. So now we have that buggy, and now we're gonna go see that cutscene I love where the Turks are just talking about who likes whom, and you realize there's this stupid love octagon going on with Tifa on her own arm just jutting off to the side.
Someone there?
Oh, just these assholes.
What are they, like, really, what are they doing here? They're just... It's gotta be so weird for them to be all in suits and shit, but just out in the wilderness.
Yeah. Oh, so Rude likes Tifa. Reno thought he liked Elena. And that she liked him. But no, she likes Song. But Song likes Eris.
Like, any of this... Like, and since nobody's in on it, like, it matters.
Mm-hmm.
Cloud's like, what the fuck is
Yeah,
happening?
exactly. Even Elena's like, it's so stupid.
Also, they were right.
Yeah. And it takes her a moment to realize it's Cloud that she's talking to.
I really like that her and Cloud got to have that moment, though, of like, we're just people realizing something's stupid.
Yeah. Like, I would appreciate if in the expanded universe, Cloud and Elena have kind of a platonic relationship on the side where they're like, hey, are half the people we work with just idiots?
Yeah. You wanna go get a drink?
Yeah.
You wanna go get a fantasy drink?
Yeah, it's something called like a bomb, but it's not like the monster bomb. It's just really hot. It's basically Fireball whiskey.
Or like some beer and it's brewed with like gashel hops or something.
Yeah, exactly. This is another optional fight. I always do it just because I like that little moment that you have.
Yeah.
But you can completely skip this part if you want. The only real reason to come here besides this is to get the Titan summon, which we'll collect in a moment. Which is actually the reason why the Turks are here in the first place.
It'd be great if you had Tifa in your party, if like Rude was like, oh no, I can't.
Oh yeah.
Like, I won't do it.
Uh-huh.
And then it makes it really easy.
There is good reason to bring Tifa with you here, but you can... I think what I do is after this fight, I exit and then add her to my party.
And then Reno's like, what are you doing, man? You gotta get in there.
Yeah.
And then the chocobo comes out and Reno's like, you know, sees the chocobo and it starts playing like, I don't know. She's a lady. I like how Reno looks like such an asshole.
Yeah, his suit's all undone. His shirt's like half tucked in, which seems like it's way less comfortable than having it just tucked in properly.
Like he knows that he's far enough away from any authority figure that they're like, fuck it,
Yeah.
man.
Oh yeah, uniform regulations go out the window.
Yeah, I want more Rude and Reno. I think we'd mention at some point like some sort of spin-off game with them.
Yeah.
How great that would be.
Yeah. I want them to have their own spin-off game, their own TV show, comic.
Yeah.
I don't care. I just want more Rude and Reno adventures.
I want like a cartoon made by them,
Yeah.
starring them, directed by and written. No, like the same studio who does the the Last Airbender. Or
Oh,
something.
yeah.
Like a style of animation, and that'd be great. Animation in that style.
Yeah.
Take everything.
And this is the first hint they get that there's, oh no, a traitor on the party.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Then that means... And Barrett's like, why are you looking at me?
Why is everybody looking at me? And then they get a call on the phone, and they're like, hey, is Barrett real suspicious right now?
Like, all of a sudden, did you just get that feeling?
I just suddenly get this feeling like Barrett's real suspicious. And he's just like, what the fuck, guys?
I started this. Why would I be trying to sabotage myself? I don't know. Was you trying to really hide it or something? This village, like, I wish that there was a time you could come here and actually explore it because it's so tiny and weird, little huts.
It is, yeah. It's one of the reasons I wish they were able to make the cities larger to make them feel more lived in, because this is supposed to be a whole village of people who are struggling to get by after their Mako reactor exploded. But it is just half a dozen huts, and 3 of them are merchants.
Oh, Zach's town.
Yeah, exactly. These are his parents. So there are actually 2 reasons to come here. First is to get the Titan materia. The second, you bring Eris and Tifa in your party, and you get a couple of hints, one from each of them, that things aren't as they seem. Because they're both acting strangely at the mention of Zack. They even asked Eris flat out if she was Zack's girlfriend, and she just fucks off.
And Tifa's like, I'm gonna fuck off too.
Yeah.
And Cloud's like, well, I guess that's the end of that story. Don't have to confront or deal with anything yet. Yeah, he was really hot. You know.
He's real hot, confident, had hair kind of like yours, stood a lot like you, carried himself exactly like you actually, spoke like you, acted exactly like you in every way.
Except it was a little bit more authentic, almost as if that was how he really was, and what am I saying? Real ladies man. He'd fuck anything with legs. And without.
Oh geez, he's that kind of guy. I mean, to each their own, I guess, but, well, he missed out on the internet age, so I guess it would have been a real golden era for him. Do you know him? No! No, just punches Cloud and runs off. I'll see you back at the buggy.
I never would have caught on to this as a kid playing this.
No, I don't think I did either.
I would never have, like, understood that she's being, she's concealing something by being so upset. Like, no, I don't. I would have just been like, oh, Cloud's being a jerk. He's really trying to, like, press this issue. She obviously knows nothing.
Yeah. Again, it's one of those things that I couldn't have appreciated as a child because I just didn't have the perspective for it.
Yeah.
Just growing up, there are more things that you encounter that you're very unlikely to have encountered as a child.
When this game came out, what do you think the target audience age was that Square Enix was trying to hit?
I think they were trying to aim for an older audience, actually. I feel like Final Fantasy was never for children, but I do feel like the series had been out for 10 years when this came out. In fact, the year this came out, 97, was the 10th anniversary of Final Fantasy. And so, even if you were a kid playing when the first Final Fantasy came out, you were at least a teenager when this came out. You're more likely an adult. And so I think their philosophy in designing this was, I think their philosophy was, let's try to push it toward a more mature audience. Not in the sense that we think of a mature game now, but toward a slightly older demographic. I mean, again, Final Fantasy had never been for kids, but with this, they're clearly driving it toward that specific demographic, because the storyline's a bit more grim. You have, obviously, harsh language that you haven't had before. You've had dams and hells, obviously, but Barrett curses like a sailor, and other characters do from time to time, especially Sid. Especially with and I think there were 2 parts to that. One was that Final Fantasy had been out for 10 years, and so the fan base was at least in their teens, more likely in their adults if they weren't adults already when they started. And B, the PlayStation was aimed more toward kind of an older demographic in the first place. Obviously, they had their Crash Bandicoots and all kinds of, child's fare. But in general, the PlayStation skewed a bit more mature, and I think this aimed to take advantage of that. The whole reason Square went with Sony over Nintendo is that they didn't feel Nintendo's upcoming system would be able to incorporate their vision of what this game should have been. And part of that was the CD-based system, and allow them to create these 3D graphics and all of that.
And it's like as time went on, games became more focused towards younger and younger people, and the stories got dumber and dumber.
Yeah, and then things took the bell curve just swooped all the way back down.
And then we got things like Destiny is Destiny. We went from straight, but still, we went from stuff like this like very complex and really cool
and
storytelling.
It held up there for a while. I mean, 8 has its floundering bits, and 9 is a bit complicated and it doesn't quite sell itself.
Mm-hmm.
But it's more of a throwback to older games anyway. But then you get to 10, and 10 is actually a very melancholic game, like throughout. And then 10-2 obviously is this mescaline nightmare. But then 12, I have trouble remembering its story, but it's still this. It's just filled with political thrill. It's like a political thriller with. How do I even put this? They're almost like They're almost Lovecraftian bents to it. Where like, oh, you mean all of history was controlled by these elder beings, which are like gods, but aren't actually gods? They're just so far above what we are that we think of them as deities.
The judges? Is that no? Something ahead of the judges.
It's
right?
It's something way above the judges.
Yeah,
the judges are just like very high powered members of one of the nations, basically. They're like generals, essentially. They're talking about deifacted nethicite. I'm like, deifacted is not a word I ever expected to see.
Bill Gordon.
They helped me when I was on the road. Gave me a place to sleep. Oh, you can come in, even though I said we're at full capacity, so I don't know where you're going to sleep.
So now I'm trying to think of like the equivalent today of a story that is like this, and it's... I feel like the stories that come out now that are for an older, more mature audience, maybe not necessarily older, but more mature, are like the walking sims. They're
clearly in the walking. I use that term because there's not a better phrase for it. They're not really exploration games as such. You walk around, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, they're mostly in that form, or they're in the limited choice narrative of like Telltale.
And that's sad.
Yeah.
It's sad that like a game that could just be like a good story, like, instead of just having a good, complicated story being told through a game that you have no agency over, you just play through the fucking story and it tells it to you, has been replaced with things like, Firewatch.
Oh God, Firewatch. Well, we talked a few episodes ago about how I feel that narrative choice in games actually diminishes the narrative experience for a variety of reasons. For fuck's sake. There was an article on Polygon or Kotaku yesterday being Friday, May 26th, rather. And what was it? Oh, it was Dead Space 2 proves that linear games can be exceptional. What the fuck are you talking about?
It proves...
All the most exceptional games have been linear.
No, but it took all the way till Dead Space
2 to prove it. Yeah, that was when narrative experiences really found their leg. Like, I understand using Dead Space 2 as an example, but to use that as your example, that is the primal linear experience that proves that all other linear experiences can be exceptional.
It just took a while for games to get it,
For fuck's sake. Kotaku, you rag. Or Polygon, also a rag. Or Destructoid, you fucking rag as well. Jesus.
I like how the shadows are pre-rendered, so this guy's the two bottle shadows like kind of just...
He has peg legs.
Yeah.
Wooden legs, wooden arms, wooden eyes too.
I'm jealous of these houses that are like in things like large tree trunks and observatories because I want a house that's like a freaking like a lighthouse shape like this, something that's or like in Breath of the Wild the scientists, they always the two scientists that live in those houses, like those are so cool. They're just round and tall, and just go up floors. I want that.
Yeah, it took until Dead Space 2 for a game to really be exceptional with a linear narrative. You fucks. You stupid assholes. Like
why even mention that game? Like it's not like
why mention it now? That came out in like 2011.
Like, is that gonna get you the clicks?
Dead Space 2? I can understand if it was something that came out recently, within the past few months. because so many games are open-ended these days, and it's like, you know, but the games coming out these days that are linear can still demonstrate why a linear experience can be an exceptional one. But Dead Space 2?
Like
Dead Space 2?
I don't know, The Last of Us, maybe? I mean, I haven't played it, but I
Yeah,
know
but
that
no,
it is people like it.
Like, you have a variety of options in how you approach a situation, but more or less in the same sense that you do in Dead Space 2. But it's still just a linear story you play through. For fuck's sake. You dum-dums.
You dum-dums. Oh, yeah, story time.
Yeah. Alright, kids, let's learn about how the planet is gonna die. And probably soon.
It's got a rad fucking house.
It does. And here's where I will keep your huge materia in about 13 hours.
He hits a button and it starts playing the, like, 3D porn. He's like, oh no, that's the wrong video.
Yeah.
This is my play.
Oh no. And then there's just a woman, like, he just heard her voice, like, get out, you're my stepbrother. You shouldn't be seeing this. And he's like, come on, babe.
Oh, God.
Like, Bugenhagen, are you watching Fosas? No.
I wonder why they chose to not do this with a pre-rendered, like, cutscene.
Because you can bring whoever you want up here.
Oh, that's...
I skipped it because all you do is you go and you find one to talk to, and after you talk to that one, you just make your party as you would normally. But he says, oh, go find some friends to bring up here, and then you put 2 in your party.
Look at that ass.
Which ass?
Doesn't matter.
No. They're all exceptional.
Eris just slaps her butt with a big old pig hoof. It's like, whoosh. Ow! Yeah.
Eris, are you getting turned on by yourself?
Slaps her butt a few more times and it makes like a pig noise. Like what the hell is this doing? Like,
can you tell we're a little drunk, listener?
Listener.
Yeah. Great Canadian guy.
Yeah,
how you doing?
It's either Jonathan or it's Ronnie
or it's me at work. Oh, 12 o'clock. Better give myself a view.
Yeah, better do a paranoid watch to make sure that the video still works.
Yeah.
That's me. Like, oh shit, did I fuck up? Better watch it.
Actually, I do enjoy listening to our own videos because I get to catch back up on what the fuck we were talking about, and sometimes we make good points that I had forgotten about.
And you know what? I was thinking about it, is that if we can't enjoy it, then who else can we expect to enjoy it?
Like if I can't laugh at my own joke, not that I should laugh at my own joke just for the sake of laughter, but if I can't laugh at my own joke, then why make the joke?
So people make pea-colored magic dust.
Yeah, and trees make pixie dust.
But all together, it always turns into this bright-ass green, which turns into another person.
Yeah.
Who gets up and...
But sometimes there's blue and red.
Eats the plant and then shits out the brown sparkles.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the circle of life. I mean, Mako. I mean, whatever else it is. It's just a spirit energy.
Man, I kind of hope that after the bombs fall and all of humanity is blasted irreparably back into a primitive existence, someone makes it through and starts a new religion just based around the concept of Mako energy.
Yeah!
Right? Like, I said very early in this recording that this concept works both if you want to consider it literally, in the sense of how our bodies break down their base components, are absorbed back into all other living things, and we just re-enter the carbon cycle, basically. It works literally, but it also works metaphysically if you want. And it's like, oh, we're a part of everything, which, I mean, we fucking are. But you can easily make a religion around that if you wanted. If you wanted to just, you know, lasso the tribes together into some semblance of civilization to fight back the trees, which gain sentience. And, well, you should go listen to, what is it? What is it by 3 Inches of Blood? I'm blanking. Forest King? Forest King.
Oh, yeah. I think that's it, yeah.
Yeah, go listen to Forest King by 3 Inches of Blood about a nature apocalypse.
So I think what's his name, Bugenhagen?
Yeah.
I think he just likes to pretend he's a fucking god.
Yeah.
He just floats above and sucks the energy out of his fake little planet. He's like, God, I feel like a fucking god. I'm a fucking god.
And Nathan pops his head in. Fucking good.
Feels fucking good, doesn't it?
God. Yeah, boners.